أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ومنهم من عاهد الله لئن آتانا من فضله لنصدقن ولنكونن من الصالحين فلما آتاهم من فضله بخلوا به وتولوا وهم معرضون فأعقبهم نفاقا في قلوبهم إلى يوم يلقونه بما أخلفوا الله ما وعدوه وبما كانوا يكذبون ألم يعلموا أن الله يعلم سرهم ونجواهم وأن الله علام الغيوب صدق الله العظيم. Another quality of the munafiqun that the Quran Kareem exposes, that the munafiq says, and he makes this covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him sustenance, if he gives him from his fadl, his grace, meaning wealth, things that can be spent, material things of this world, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me, then I will spend in the path of Allah, then I will do this, then I will do that. The quality of the believer is that whatever he has, he says that this is what I have, this is what I'm going to give. They don't suspend it, oh, if this happens, and once I make so much, and then after that. Because what a person has, whatever level he is at, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, what's the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? That save yourself, walau bishiqqi tamra. Tamra is one date. A portion of the day is shiqqu tamra. You have one day, then you spend half a day, that portion of the day. That's how much you have. To save yourself from fire Jahannam, even if it may be that much. So, the idea is that spending, giving, sacrificing for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's not something which is quantitative. It's qualitative. With the quality is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at. It's not that generosity in our understanding is not specific to a huge amount of numbers. That only if you have that, then that's something you can do. Only then you can partake in this. Everyone at their own level, where they are, they can participate in this idea of giving, generosity, spending for, sacrificing for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what a person should look at is what he has. I have this, so much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me. So many ni'am I have access to it. So many blessings that I have. From this, how much am I able to give? And then what happens, as the Quran Kareem says, and to finish the translation, they say, وَمِنْهُمْ, and from amongst the munafiqun are those who make these covenants with Allah. لَيْنَاتَ, if He gives us min fadl, لَنَصَّدْ, surely, definitely we will give. And we will be from the righteous people then. فَلَمَّا أَتَاهُمْ, then if Allah Ta'ala creates the situation such that He, in their taqdeer, writes that they will get X amount, or they do get so much, بَخِلُوا بِهِ, right away they become bakhil and miserly with it. Why? Because the one who wants to give always gives. That's the rule. The one who wants to give, the one who wants to sacrifice will do it. He'll find a way to do it. The one who does not want to give, they use this kind of rhetoric. If this, then that. If such and such thing happens, then I'll give. That's the way of a bakhil. If someone who's miser, he doesn't want to give. وَتَوَلَّوْا وَهُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ, and they forsake their covenant with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They'll make excuses perhaps, or if they end up giving something, then that will only be to, as we say, save face. Just to save your face in front of others or something. Also, what will people say? What will they say? Now, because everyone is looking at me and they're here, that kind of thing. Ikhlas for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that and nifaq and hypocrisy doesn't go together. فَعَقَبَهُمْ نِفَاقًا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala till their end keeps them upon their nifaq. Certain a'mal, certain deeds are such, the bad effect of that leads to such an ending that Allah ta'ala takes away the tawfiq of tawbah as well. The other doors of tawbah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's side is there. But if you don't have tawfiq for tawbah, how are you going to do that? So such actions, there are actions which remove that tawfiq. This being one of them, as the Quran says, فَعَقَبَهُمْ نِفَاقًا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ, till the end they'll have nifaq in their hearts. Yani, don't say what you're not going to do. Don't say what you're not going to do. إِلَى يَوْمِ يَلْقَوْنَ, until the day they will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. بِمَا أَخْلَفُوا اللَّهَ مَا وَعَدُوا, because they broke the promise with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبِمَا كَانُوا يَكْذِبُونَ, and from the very beginning they're lying. They never had intention of fulfilling it. أَلَمْ يَعْلَمُوا, who are you trying to trick? The Quran Kareem, in other words, saying, who are you trying to trick over here? Do you not know that Allah knows, or do they not know that indeed Allah is most knowledgeable? سِرَّهُمْ, their secrets, what they hide, وَنَجْوَاهُمْ, their secret covenants and their meetings and their planning and plotting that they have. All of that is in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَّامُ الْغُيُوبِ, Allah is the all-knowing. Alim, that's one word for knowing, someone who knows. Allam is even more. Every minute detail regarding that, with that, around that, all of the knowledge of all of that is by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ghuyub, not one thing, not two things. Ghuyub, all unseen things are in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What a person himself may be unsure about himself, Allah ta'ala knows in reality what you're at. A person can think, I'm not sure what I feel over here. Allah knows what is the reality in the person's heart, what he will do, how he is thinking, how he will plot to do that. We make dua that Allah Ta'ala gives us the sifat and qualities of the believers and protects us from qualities of munafiqeen. Subhanallah.